think we have come a long way. So, but I think, is it translating to action? And what I would say myself in terms of GBV, and we have said it on the floor of the House, for one, the court must have an acceleration of cases of GBV. That has to be non-negotiable. In terms of the way we say we have corruption cases, we have campaign election cases that are limited to a certain time. Let us not have a case for defilement dragging for 3 years. Let us not have a case for a murder for a woman or a girl dragging. And this also for men who are also killed by women. It's only that there are more numbers of women being killed than there are for men. Secondly, the issue of DNA testing. I think for me that is very personal to me, because I remember last year I had a case of a young girl called Jasmine Joki, who was raped and killed in Baroque in my constituency, 12-year-old. We got suspects in custody, but the DNA testing took actually 6 months. I brought these questions I think 3 times on the floor, because Nakuru, and it's a city with over 2 million inhabitants, has no DNA testing center. So you either send it to Nairobi or you send it to Kisumu. It was sent to Kisumu. It still took that long time and my pushing to actually get the results out. What about those who cannot get the privilege of asking these questions on the floor? So every county at this point should actually have a DNA testing center. That should be the minimum. And I also think this to the police and to the Ministry of Interior, maybe because this area has a lot of money or interest, it's never seemed to be very interesting for them to actually put money on, because we have to get reagents from South Africa, which takes I don't know how long. Why are we not able to do? And we can actually test from KEMRI and from our institutions in the government sector who can be able to test for DNA. That way we are able to put culprits in custody and action being taken, because unless we are able to do that, then it will not be easy to nail these culprits or to even deter others who would want to do that. So I hope that this meeting on Thursday, where we will be hosting His Excellency the President, we will see the goodwill between the 2-3 arms of government. Let every arm do their work. As we do the law, and I think we've done very well, we do the policy, and we also do the oversight of what is happening. But more importantly, let us have the DCI there. Let us have the ODPP there. Let us not have cases dragging all the way for 3 years or 4 years. And let us have the judiciary take it as a concern and fast track it. GBV. I actually think it is a multi-pronged problem and challenge, but from the level of grassroots level, first of all, the reporting. You go to the police. First of all, the desks that we put at the police are not funded, so they have no money in terms of doing or taking any action. Secondly, the stigma, because I think it has to be fought from the community level. I mean, even the Kushite, the pastoralist communities, you'll find, and even in our areas where we have had these issues, you'll find mostly the people who have done or committed crime against a child or a girl or even a woman is someone known to them. Mostly someone who is related to them. So what happens, especially for children, is that they want to cover it because it is shameful to say an uncle raped a niece, or a father raped a child, or a relative, or even a brother. We've seen even cases of brothers. So I would say stigma. That is where now the education and the talking about it and the voicing of these voices need to be heard and broadcast as much as we can. And one reason we are celebrating and even hosting the president on it is that we normalize that conversation. Let us not say, let us sweep it under the carpet. So that advocacy is very key. Secondly, the equipping of the police is very important. They are the people who collect the first evidence of any rape, of any abuse. They are the first contacts, including the chiefs and the GAO, what we call the GAO officers on the ground. That way we can be able to make it normal for people to report. Otherwise, they'll keep running away from it. Then we escalate it. Do we have, like now in my constituency, I'm actually fighting to have the first magistrate court, because it should be at every level we have a magistrate court to be able to deal with these problems as much as you can. Because I think also the judiciary has to increase the footprints in the country and also the fast tracking of the cases that have been lodged with them.